Hey YouTubers, this is Joe. So what we're going to talk about a little bit today is free will. Now, this is my take and my friend's take on this, yeah, we're going to share it with you. You see, if there were such a thing as free will, would that then mean that we're able to opt out to declare ourselves exempt from God's plan? What I mean to say is Christianity says we are all sinners as a result of Adam and Eve. We had no choice in this. They had no choice in this. God set it up from the beginning in His ultimate, omniscient wisdom. Now, there was apparently a reason the tree of knowledge of good and evil was placed in the Garden of Eden. Indeed, in the center of the garden. There is a reason the serpent spoke to Eve. If we are to believe the Bible, it states that Adam and Eve were innocent and naive, had no knowledge that to eat from the tree would be a sin. They also, being naive and innocent, could not have known it was a sin to disobey God. So God, being omniscient, set this whole facade up. There was no free will for Adam and Eve, and we, being their descendants, are now subject to their curse. We did not choose to eat the fruit, but we must pay the price. If there were free will, we would have the option of exempting ourselves from the entire situation. Would we not? God cannot tell us we're bound to this unilateral bargain and we have free will. That is not even close to true. And that is just the beginning. Now God is telling us the only way to atone for a sin that we did not commit, a sin we are burdened with because of a poor choice made by distant ancestors who actually had no way to know it was a poor choice. The only method of atonement is vicarious redemption by blood sacrifice. In other words, the death of God's Son is the only way to redeem humankind from the burden of a sin that was forced upon us by this God. And the only way I can personally find this redemption is to first accept the burden of guilt of this sin, which, remember, was forced on us in the first place, and then, in turn, force the responsibility of this sin and all my other sins onto someone other than myself. This is unconscionable. I believe, first, that I am responsible for the actions of someone I do not even know, actions that they themselves are not truly responsible for. Then, I have to believe that yet another person I do not know could somehow take responsibility for my actions and relieve me of them. And that's not all. Once I have somehow twisted my head around to buy in to this scenario, I am told it is now my responsibility to convince my friends, loved ones, and neighbors to this same viewpoint? I think not. My friend thinks not. There are many of us that think not. We make decisions and choices all day, every day. Does this mean that they're all predetermined? That everything that we do is already written in a book? It's all part of somebody's plan, some flying, invisible spaghetti monster in the sky? Does it mean that no matter what you do, it's already been written? Whether it is you crash your car, hurt your child, believe or not believe? Where's the free will?